Oh mate, it's coastpath walkies time. Today we're going to, well, from West Bexington to West Bay, and it's 5.5 miles as it tells you there. This bit we're doing today is often talked about on Facebook groups I'm in. People asking about it because this stony beach is part of the path, and it's pretty hard going walking on the beach for a long period of time. So I thought I'd come and have a look and see how much of it is actually stony beach and how much of it isn't, how much it is an actual path that you can walk on. Now, I've walked this before. It was as an 11-year-old, so I don't exactly remember. I do remember a fair bit of both, really. So we'll see how it all goes. And next time people ask the question about how bad it is, I can give them an honest appraisal. As you've already seen today, I'm not on my own. I'm accompanied by my little dog Maisie. I don't bring her out that often on these coast path walks because it's hard work watching the camera and keeping an eye on the dog at the same time. I'm a bloke, so I don't do multitasking very well. But today, as most of what we're doing is fairly low level, there are no big cliffs for it to jump off of, and I don't believe I'm going to see much livestock either, so the need to keep a really close eye on her is not so great. We'll see how it goes. Let me show you where we are. Let's tip the screen down so I can see what you can see. That's better. Yeah, so we've got these reed beds. This is all part of West Bexington Nature Reserve. If you like a bit of bird watching, then apparently you can find chetty warblers, did I say that right? Reed bunting and linnet. And of course today's guest bird, the lesser spotted chip-eating seagull. Sorry, I had to do that one. Maisie, this way. It's also a habitat for voles, newts, dormice and reptiles. I think we're probably talking about sand lizards and grass snakes. There may be an adder or two, but you won't find any crocs in there, I'm pleased to say. Although saying that, this stretch of coastline is well known for big lizards. Many years ago, of course, you would have had the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the old Diplodocus walking this way as a regular thing. I'm pleased to say I don't think I'll be coming across any of them today. Well, I didn't last long before I had to take my jacket off. It's getting a bit warm. She thinks it's treat time. It's a bit of wood. Cuttlefish? You got a cuttlefish? You got a cuttlefish, mate? What are you going to do? I'm going to lick your cuttlefish. end of a storm at the moment, and as you can see, it's turning the waves up quite interestingly. The actual path runs up the other side of the beach, but we're at a beach, we might as well come and enjoy it a little bit. The big one's coming in. Nice, Phil. Head back to the path, shall we? Well, just for reference, whilst this is still the coast path, because the sign just back there just told me I'm still on the coast path, walking on these pebbles, there does appear to be an alternative route. I can see those folk walking through the field there, and that just goes parallel with this, so you really don't want to do this stone walking. There's an alternative. Although, saying that, little bit of grass, there's a pebble alternative, or we can take the grass route. Bit of light relief. Didn't last long, mind you. So there you have it. I've come 1 mile so far, and now there's an inland alternative for the summer, which will take us off the beach, and so all that walking on the shingle will be over for now. Now, to be fair, there are 2 miles of the Chesil Beach further down that I haven't done, the other side, West Bexington, and I don't know how much of that is the path is on the beach or not, but what I've done so far is 1 mile on the beach, and it hasn't been too bad. The stones have been fairly well compacted, so it hasn't been too bad walking, but we'll see how it goes from now. alright, Missy? So while the coast path is a good place for dogs, it has to be born in mind, is that the right way of putting it? You have to bear it in mind. You have to bear it in mind that dogs and livestock aren't always a good mix. So walking through a field of sheep now, so I've had to put her on the lead. I know that only said footpath, but there's an acorn there, and the acorn donates a national trail. And the only national trail that comes through here is the coast path. So we know we're on the right road, right track. Bush tucker. Okay, so I've just come through to the next bit of, through the next gate, so I'm out of that field that's got the livestock in it, and I've had a look up, there's no more livestock here, so I've just let Maisie off the lead. So if you're wondering what sort of a dog Maisie is, she's a cross between a beagle and a pug. The designer name for that is Puggle. It's a lovely little dog, great temperament. I'll say that she's not a bit of one and a bit of the other, she's more of a split personality. Because you know, anything with a pug in it, you wouldn't expect to be walking this far on a coast path with me. She's done a lot of walks in her time. Most notably, she climbed Snowdon with me, so not shy of a bit of walking. But then on the other hand, if you want a dog to just sit on your lap and keep you warm and give you love, she's perfect for that too. So she's not an in-between, she's a sometimes one, sometimes the other. Ideal dog in my view. Just coming up to another signpost now. There is one finger pointing inwards, inland. And I saw over the hedge there's some cows there, so I'm hoping I haven't got to go that way. I think the coast path might carry on straight. Let's just check. Okay, I can't make too much out on that, but there is a finger pointing along the coast, so I'm going to assume that's the coast path. But let's have a look at that reference. Good reference there. A note for you coast path ferries, another one that needs repairing. Just come up a slight bank to get to where that signpost was to see what it had on it, and it had nothing as you noticed, but in so doing I've come high enough up ground that I can now see the sea again. Spin me around, see if the clever tool will do what it's told, and you should behind me there be able to see the blue sea, which after all is what the coast path is all about. To be fair though, even when I was down the bottom of the dunes, I could still smell the sea really strongly. I could smell the seaweed, and you can hear it, so having it pleasing 2 out of 3 of the senses is better than none. There's a star there, but don't think, let me see what that sign, another worn out one, see what it says. I don't think it's us. No, don't think so. Come on, mate. Maisie's already gone in through the gate. Oops, steady. It's all pretty flat so far. I mean, you know, if you're not a hill walker, you could do most of this until we get to Burton Bradstock and Freshwater Caravan Park, because from there onwards it's a bit steeper, a bit stiffer. Actually looking forward to getting to Freshwater Caravan Park, because for me Freshwater Caravan Park is where this all began. Had holidays there as a kid, quite a few. Lovely site right on the beach. What more can you ask for? Well, I'll tell you what more you can ask for when you're a small boy. Is a sandy beach, not a pebbly beach. I love these pebbly beaches now, but as a kid you can't do bucket and spade things on a pebbly beach. So, come on, mate. My question was always, when are we going to the sandy beach? Which meant about half-hour drive up the road to Weymouth. But still, you know, I have to come back to Freshwater Caravan Park every now and again, because there's a special place in my heart for it. Growing up, there was an entertainer there, a fella called John Lee, and he was at the park for many, many years. When we started going back as an adult, he was still there. Great times. But passed away a couple of years ago, so another era gone. So we've arrived at Cogden Beach. One worth bearing in mind. There's a National Trust car park just at the top of the hill there, and nice little walk down. This is a dog-friendly beach. The next beach is not. So, although there's no amenities here, there are there, and you can take the dog just off the beach to where the amenities are. But this is a nice beach to come to. Hive Beach, 1 mile. So we've got a gravelly path now. Let's see how long that lasts before it goes back to being beach again. Let's hope it doesn't have too much more beach. Okay, so now we're finding the first bit of hill, which is between Cogden Beach, we were just at, and Hive Beach, which we're heading to now. It resumes more traditional coast path style now, where you're mainly up on the cliff tops looking down. It's a very low cliff here, and you can hear the sea. Well, maybe you can hear it above the sound of the wind, I don't know. Just coming up to the old Coast Guard cottages now. Just discovered I'm going to have to put Maisie back on the lead because of that. And if I can't read it, I can put the glasses on and I'll be able to read it. Right, you've got to go back on lead, mate. Yeah. Okay, mates, come here, back on the lead. Well, Maisie's never experienced an adder before, and as for me, I just don't like snakes, so it's probably best that I did keep her on the lead and keep her tight by us throughout that walk. It's only a short bit for a field there. Now it's because it was quite a lot of long grass and stuff in that field, that obviously the ideal habitat for the adders. But now I'm in a much wider open field, and we're not near the cliff edge, so yeah, I can let Maisie off the lead. I walked this way many times when I stayed at Freshwater. Haven't stayed there in quite a few years, so this is all new to me, coming this way. There's a path here used to go, as you can probably imagine, just along the edge of the cliff, but due to more subsidence, it's had to be rerouted. Yeah, it wasn't too far inland, so it hasn't really put much extra mileage on the walk, so things could be a lot worse. See the golden cap in the distance up there. So you can see West Bay Pier just about there, and further around you can see the Golden Cap. That's all part of, well, West Bay is where we're going today, and from there onwards is a bit I done a couple months back that you can also find on my channel. So get on over and have a look at that after you've finished watching this, of course. Freshwater Caravan Park now. Sweep it around. Got the swimming pool. That outdoor little bar up there. That's a lovely little patio up on the roof there. And sweep around to the beach. And it's called Freshwater Caravan Park because although you've got the not very fresh water of the sea right there, you've also got that river running into it. That river is capped off at the end, so it's totally safe for bathing in. There's no risk that you could be on one of them little boats that they're on out there and drift out into the sea. So really they've got everything. They've got indoor outdoor pool, freshwater swimming in the river and the sea for anyone that's brave enough. Along with that, lovely sports field there. Used to have all sorts of events in there, on there back in the day. I don't know what they do now, but Donkey Derby was always a classic one we used to love. We used to have a hunt for Captain Blood once a week as well. Captain Blood was a nasty pirate that used to nick all the ice cream. Used to get a bit much every week, and always around about Wednesday I think it was, it'd be time to search the site and find him and round him up and take him to the swimming pool and make him walk the plank. Yeah, the good old days. So lunch today, tomato and basil chicken pasta bowl and innocent strawberry smoothie. Part of a meal deal from the co-op. How could you coming around me, mate? That's yours. Go on. A little bit warm when it's been in my bag for a couple of hours, but still very nice. Yeah, very nice. What?
Don't be a tosser. Take your rubbish away with you and leave no trace.
Okay, I'll pick it up and take it away with me. Poo bag becomes rubbish bag. This is the severest section of the whole walk in terms of climbs, in terms of sheer cliffs, that I must make sure Maisie's on the lead and no risk of her going over the edge. It's a stiff old climb, but it's worth it. As I said before, you're rewarded every time you do one of these climbs with a breathtaking view, and I think that's breathtaking. Onwards. This section of the path runs along the edge of the golf course, and this particular hole is very interesting. It's a par 3, you literally have to pop the ball up in the air and hope it drops down in the middle of the green. For this lucky fellow it did. And look at him celebrate. Oh, I forgot to mention, he missed his birdie putt. Okay, so that's West Bay behind me, and I'm not going to show you around West Bay today because I want you to click on the other film that will show you around West Bay. So I'll put that up on the screen for you to click on. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed this film, think about subscribing, think about watching the other films in this series, and that's it until next time. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.